You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
This is NBC News Radio.
Speaking of everything, this is AM 1050 KCAA.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Shopping with Bev. This show brought to you by Starflight Entertainment. Music by Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band. Song title, Living in Paradise. Now here's Bev.
Welcome to the show, everybody. And yahoo, it's Friday. Yes. We just love our Fridays around here. Why? Because the whole team is in the house. We're all full of gigglies and laughies because we're almost to the week in less than 24 hours, huh? Hey. And the other best thing is Joe is our board up today. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Beth?
We're doing good, and I keep on telling Joe anytime he wants to pipe in and the conversation, he kind of sits back and gets comfy, and so maybe he'll bump in today. And when people got to the Facebook, they seen the post. I told you already who is going to be on the show. We're going to go through it one more time if you happen to miss that funny post that I gave you. At first, we got Don. Hey, Don, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing very good, Beth. How are you?
We're doing good. And we have...
Juana.
And they are from Got Pain. And why they're back? Because I wanted them back. Because of all the miracles that they do, how many people that they help. And again, I got to tell everybody, if it wasn't for Don and his other half, Marie, I would not be sitting in this chair. No joke. After 3.5 years, and still going strong, huh?
And you're looking better than ever.
Oh, thank you, darling. Yeah, you just want a free coffee. That's why you're saying that. And then also, in the house, yes, we have the one, the only, best designer in the whole wide world, Jessie from Jessie J Collection.
Woo!
Woo!
Hey, guys, how's it going? Bev is dancing over here.
Yep, that's his music, huh? And Jesse, would you like to introduce your sidekick, please?
My assistant stylist, Davon, in the back.
Avon, right, and pretty soon we're going to be playing musical chairs, and he'll be up with us. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the Emmys. We're tearing that apart again this year. We have so much fun doing that. Then we're going to talk about famous Fashion Week in L.A. Hey. And then we are going to be having a call out to Margie from City News Group Newspapers. And we have a lot more after that. So without any further ado, we're going to start the show. And guys, if you want to call in, do us all a favor. Pull off the road so you don't get a ticket or get into a bang or a booby or whatever. And then you can call in. And the phone line is 888-909-1050. All right, so Don, let's start. Now, we're getting into all the craziness of the holiday season. I cannot believe we're doing that already. And everything else that's going on. Now, if somebody is not feeling quite right, and they don't want to go to the doctors and pay $10,000 trillion or whatever, how can they get to you, and what can you do for that person? And you want to come in, you come in.
Well, depending on the issues, if it's any kind of minor to major aches and pains, by all means come and see us. If you have any type of internal issues, by all means come and see us. We're fairly reasonable. We're very reasonable, actually. And we're local in Yucaipa, and we also opened up another office in Palm Springs. Because people are demanding our services out there because, amazingly enough, the things we're doing is working, and people are, seeking us out.
Right, and the other good thing about you guys, and every time we talk about this, even with Christina Milian and a lot of the people that I know that goes to you, and we keep on talking about it, the one thing that we all truly like is we can talk to you guys normal, like we're talking now, right? You don't have to use big technical words for doctors and and all this other jazz. You don't have any needles, thank God, right? And you give us more than the 5 minutes that, and I understand why doctors do it, because they're so overloaded. they ask you what's wrong, you're trying to explain it to them, they're not listening, they write out a prescription, they don't know what's going on with you, and go and take this and come back.
Right.
You guys don't do that.
No, we go ahead and we do a total assessment of the body. And instead of just trying to put a Band-Aid on it or just try to mask what's ever bothering you, we actually try to seek out what the root issue is, and we attack it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd like to jump in a little bit. Actually, I keep saying I'm just a big groupie of gut pain. And just to give you an example, one of my daughters was actually born disabled. She has spina bifida. And when Marie first told me to bring her, I thought, well, you know, what could she do for her? She's got this, you know, birth defect. But I brought her, and, you know, I've told Bev before, she's come a long ways. In fact, Bev has seen her. She's just doing amazing. But a few months ago, she just really blew me away. My daughter was born with spina bifida, which means she has diminished sensation below the waist. And what she's done for her now is just absolutely incredible. My daughter, who her whole life, I mean, really couldn't, if she was itching, she couldn't scratch because the nerves are not connected. She had virtually no sensation on her feet, her legs. And all of a sudden, she can scratch, which may not seem like a big deal to most of us, but if you were itching and you couldn't scratch, trust me, it'd go a little crazy. So here she is, 26, and for the first time in her life, she can scratch and get relief on her legs and her feet. She's also she was sitting on the couch watching television with her boyfriend. She was barefoot. She put her foot on his head, and she felt soft for the first time with the bottom of her feet. I mean, that's just incredible. We're talking, she didn't even have those nerve connections when she was born, and they're there now. You know, this didn't happen overnight. You know, this has been ongoing therapy, but it's amazing. She's walking better, right, Bev?
Oh, yeah.
Seizures are gone?
Her seizures are gone. I can't wait till she has her next doctor appointment, you know, because her doctors are just going to freak out.
Don't you wish we could be in that room to hear what that doctor has to say?
I might tape it.
Oh yeah, do that. Let us hear it.
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing too, what you were saying is a lot of people hear this, they don't believe it. They said if it's that simple, everybody in the world is doing it. Well, here's a news bulletin for you, boys and girls. A lot of people are realizing what these people can do. Not only Don and Marie, people are like this through the whole country. And they would rather go back to, what's the word I'm looking for?
Alternative, holistic.
That's what I was trying to find. Thank you.
Natural.
Natural. Right. There you go. Hey, ding, ding, ling, ling, ling. We got the word. Way of doing things. Because when you are in front of the television, or you're listening to the radio, and people are saying, oh, you got this, you take this pill, and then you hear all the side effects. Well, you're going, what I'm going through is not as bad as the side effects of these pills.
Exactly.
And then some of these doctors, you know, God bless them, because they go through stuff that we don't even want to think about. They do things that we can't even think about in our worst nightmare. So God bless them and all the nurses. They're doing what they're doing. But there is another choice. And again, when everybody's talking about it, I have been with Don and Marie now, 3.5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 years. When I first came to them, and Rich can even mention this, what I was going through, they kind of said, okay, you know, whatever type thing. That was the results I was getting. I did my homework like I do my homework on everybody. I talked to some of the people that have been going to them. I've seen the results. When I went to you and Maria, what I did is I went to my doctor, got all the reports, everything that they did. You know, x-rays, you name the whole kit and caboodle. And brought him, and Marie says, she's reading it and cracked me up. She goes, okay, all right. Okay, she says, what do you want to do? I says, I want to get better. She goes, okay, let's go and get it done. It was that simple. and she explained to me everything that they were going to do and all the different herbs that we were going to be taking. She said, yeah, this is going to make you puke. She says, guaranteed, you're going to throw up when you take this. But what it's doing, it's cleaning and the cleansing and all of this. And I'll tell you, if it wasn't for you guys, again, I got to say, I wouldn't be here. So thank you. And I hope everybody takes the opportunity with an open mind. Go and check them out. If you are in a different state, find somebody, do your homework, and just check it out. What do you got to lose? An hour and a half in your life? Come on.
Exactly.
Well, you know what I tell people when I tell them about Marie, because it is so incredible. I probably sound like a loon when I start talking about her because I get so excited. And I tell them, okay, well, I might be wrong, but what if I'm right?
There you go.
And again, what have you got to lose? I've seen people walk in there who've been in pain for 15, 20, 30 years, and all they've been given, again, is that Band-Aid, more pills, which, again, have all those side effects. Mm-hmm. And they go there, and I run into them again a few weeks later, a few months later, and they're happy, they're smiling. That's the amazing thing about going there, is that people are happy, people are smiling, people are sharing. You're dying to share your stories. You want to tell people how good you're feeling. We're giddy. We sound goofy and like crazy people when you're there.
We
do. You just sound crazy, and you just want to run around sharing it with everybody. We realize that, oftentimes that, people are just going to think there's no way this can't happen. I've had to learn to hold back a little bit with friends and just tell them it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, They're not going to go because they just don't believe. But for the people that go, it's amazing. It is amazing to watch them get better, to watch them get happy. To have a new lease on life, that's exciting. It always is. It's very exciting.
And you're right, too, Don. Real quick, I want to say this, and I'll turn the mic over to you. When you're saying how giddy we get, it's like we're back in the Piggly Wiggly down in Savannah. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody talks to everybody. That's how it is. And many times when I go for the treatment, and we get there, and you get all hooked up on these cool things, and you get to know everybody, not all their names because there's so many, but you get to know them. And we're sitting there and we're talking. Oh, did you see, the Housewives of New Jersey the other night or whatever it is? Before you know it, the hour is gone. They unplug you from the treatment, and you're up and you're running and you're happy.
What I like about the situation is everybody feeds off each other's energy.
Yes.
Everybody's got a good story to tell. Everybody talks about, how ill they were before. Or they talk about, you made a funny comment earlier. It wasn't really funny, but you were talking about when people walking in, okay? Well, just this past week, we had a couple of people that couldn't walk in, but yet they walked out, okay?
Uh-huh.
That's the kind of stuff that I really enjoy seeing, like this poor little kid, 4 years old. He's going through a kidney failure. He had a fever of like 104 or something like that. Mother brings him to us. The poor kid, he's dehydrated. He's listless. Within about an hour and a half or so, he's bouncing around. You couldn't even control him. He's eating. He's drinking. He's a happy little kid.
And is that, and that other little boy, I don't know what was wrong with him, and I seen him just twice, and with the magnets that they did, and Maria had the one, it looked like a little vest.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he put it on, and while his body was going through the treatment, he was outside in the front yard with his mother playing.
Yeah, a lot of
times.
Now,
I mean, how cool can this be? I wanted one of those.
Yeah, a lot of times kids are intimidated. They're afraid. They don't want to put this on. They don't want to do that, blah, blah, but we put on this vest, and we call them a little superhero, and they're happy as heck. They're proud to be wearing that vest, not to mention they're feeling good while they're wearing that vest.
Yeah. Now, you know what? That's what I want for Hanukkah. I want one of them little vests, and I can run around and have fun with it.
You got one just your size, too.
Right now that they're talking about children, I think that's probably the biggest testament to Marie and Don, this got pain, because children don't know that these magnets are supposed to make them feel better. A lot of people think that this is psychosomatic, and again, the children are a huge testament that no, it's not. When you've seen her treat children, and I've seen her treat infants, by the way, they don't know they're supposed to feel better. And next thing you know, like he said, an hour and a half, this child comes in listless and, barely functioning. An hour and a half, he's bouncing around. You can barely keep up with him. And you see that. You see, finally, mommy